Oh my God, we're hearing that LeBron James and many other people, allegedly legendary basketball players of our era, are wanting to commit to the Olympics for 2024 to win a gold. LeBron James wants to represent Team USA at 2024 Paris Olympics and is spearheading group of future Hall of Famers, including Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, are already prepared to commit, says this article by Shams Charania and Joe Vardon of The Athletic. So right now, before we start today's episode, if you guys want to go read this article, it's in the link in the description right now. This is not coming from me. I am just reporting on what's being put out there, as I believe you guys are just as interested as I am. So I want to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think? All right. The team choked in Manila. They weren't good the year before. I mean, we've had Team USA teams that have John Jenkins on them. All right. And this, we're less than a year out. We finished in 4th place. Okay. And no one prior to this year's roster, I believe, had won a medal correctly. Tell me if I'm wrong. But LeBron James, 3-time Olympian, 2-time gold medalist, all-time leading scorer, has a strong interest in one more Olympics that he's ready to commit next summer, and has called multiple stars to essentially recruit them to join him with, USA basketball in Paris, sources tell The Athletic. James has spoken to Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, Jayson Tatum, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, are all already committed, allegedly. Now, Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Kyrie have serious interest in committing as well. James' efforts started well before Team USA's World Cup team failed to win. That was led by Anthony Edwards and Mikal Bridges, who those two definitely will be on the team. And this was not related to whether this team won or lost. While, we have struggled in the last 2 World Cups, the program has won 4 consecutive golds at the Olympics. We're still a good Olympics team. We're just not a good World Cup team. And I should have prefaced that at the beginning of the video, because I did say we had John Jenkins, and that was referring to the World Cup team. We don't care about the World Cup, but in the Olympics, we do care, which is important because no one really watches the World Cup except people like me, while everyone does watch the Olympics. So, what we do know is that LeBron James, who's not played for Team USA since the 2012 Olympics in London, will turn 39 in December. Kevin Durant, a 3-time Olympian and a gold medalist, will be 35 next summer and are viewing the Paris Games as a last dance with U.S. basketball. I hate how fucking last dance is now a phrase we're saying. Curry, who's going to be 36, has never played in the Olympics, but won 2 World Cups in 2010 and 2014 with America, and is viewing next summer as, I guess, his first and last time. So all 3 of them would say, one last run with Team USA would be awesome. Tatum, Green, Lillard, Roll, gold medalist in Tokyo. Durant was the MVP of that team. They write, so it seems like they want a legit star. We're going to get basically the dream team, but part of the deal with the USA basketball is you have to pass the baton on to the next coaching staff, the next group of players. So it's going to be very interesting to see if we get to see, like they're saying right here, that after we lost to Germany last week, if the older players do show up and play for Steve Kerr, it kind of goes against the saying that they're passing the baton forward. Instead, they're, contradicting yourself and it's going backwards, but that's here nor there. I do believe that it's interesting in theory, because I do wonder what's going to be the reason for what's going to happen. I mean, obviously on Media Day, we're going to find out what's going to happen. Look at this. In the FIFA World Cup in 2019, I think this was, this was a terrible roster. We finished in 7th, and I think Tatum was the best player on that team. And this is young Tatum. And I think the moral of the story right here is that as a country that should be one of the best in international basketball, we've kind of choked like multiple times, and in the terms that like we haven't been good since our best players were there. So now with the World Cup, I guess you would say, is like gonna start ramping up very, very soon. And that very soon is going to be July 26, 2024 is when they kick off the Olympics. And Team USA, the athletic rights, is expected to have a full training camp, preseason tour. They'll see the team go around multiple countries before even arriving to France. So if this team's even interested in making that team, you have to consider the fact that what if LeBron and Steph Curry meet up in the finals or Western Conference Finals, play a 7-game series, and then it's LeBron versus like Damian Lillard and Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, and they go 7 games. So now you've gone like mid-June playing NBA basketball. And do you think all those dudes would still be 100% committed? Because they also write a nice little fact that I didn't know about this. Shout out The Athletic again for this information. The Lille, France is an hour, 40-minute train ride north of Paris, and that's where all the preliminary games are going to be played. So the medal round's only played in Paris. So if they choke and lose early, it's all going to be like wasted, kind of like how France was. So I think it will be interesting as, Grant Hill and everyone do that new pool system, because they don't actually do a pool anymore. It's a invitation only. You get invited to the national team. You don't get selected to the pool and then we go through down. No, you are invited. That is how it is. That's how it's done. And we don't know that list of invitations until after the All-Star break. So it really depends on, commitment. And for me, I think what we know is if Lillard and Booker add to the spots with James and all those players, that leaves 4 spots. Bam Adebayo, Mikal Bridges, Anthony Edwards are 3. So the last spot could either be Desmond Bane or Joel Embiid, who can either play for Team USA or Team France or Cameroon. We all know Anthony Edwards is going to be there. And then Mikal Bridges as well. That's a fact. And I think the problem with this team is Jared Jackson just can't rebound for shit. And Kessler, Walker Kessler just barely played. We got thrown around. We need big boys out there. So for me, I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think? I think it's going to be interesting to see how this all turns around, because this is a good team. Okay, seriously, if it's real. And I'm definitely curious to hear your opinions on what do you guys think and why. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff if you haven't been paying attention.